What it do? What it do? What it do? What it do? Hey, Royal family. How is everyone doing? All right. I'm still on my baking segment. Wednesday, I gave you guys the types of different baking flours. Now, you know there's all types of flours. I mean, really too many to name. But I just wanted to give you the 4 basics that is normally used in baking. So with that being said, thank you to everyone who is watching my videos, commenting, subscribing, and just helping your girl out. I really appreciate it, you guys. But with that, now we're going to do substitutions. And let me just say this, the substitutions I'm going to give you, I'm going to try to explain what it's best for, but some of these substitutions are more expensive than the real thing. And in that case, you would just go ahead and buy the exact product and not substitute it, all right? So the first thing I'm going to tell you about is eggs, okay? Now, I haven't bought any eggs lately, but I did see a post on Facebook where somebody showed eggs was $7 and some cents for a 12-pack. I haven't seen it, so I don't know if that's true. But anyway, now there's some things you just can't substitute eggs for, okay? Now, if you want a fry egg, now you can use egg beaters, which are very expensive, or egg whites, which are very expensive. So you might as well just go ahead and buy a dozen of eggs. But for baking, we're strictly talking about baking, okay? So what we can use for baking, which is really good, is yogurt and plain buttermilk. I'm sorry, plain yogurt and buttermilk. And for 1/4 cup of either of these is like using 1 egg. Yogurt, plain yogurt and buttermilk is also good for muffins, cakes, and cupcakes. And I like yogurt and buttermilk because it doesn't leave a flavor, which, you know, you can almost put it in anything. But let's just say you're cooking a chocolate cake. You wouldn't want to use a smashed up banana, even though that can be used, substituted for an egg. Or applesauce. 1/4 cup of applesauce also is substituted for 1 egg. Now, to use applesauce, if you were going to use like a spice cake, a cinnamon cake, or something like that, then use applesauce. Or if you're going to use a mashed up banana, then of course you'd want to be cooking banana bread, banana muffins, you know, something that has the banana flavor, because those two will actually leave a taste. But an all-around substitute for eggs is plain yogurt and buttermilk. 1/4 cup of either of these is like using 1 egg. All right, you guys got that? Now on the baking powder or baking soda, I'm not going to give you substitutes for that because, you guys, it's still pretty cheap. You know, you can get baking soda, maybe $1. You can get baking powder, maybe $2. I got a huge thing for my scones, and I think it was like $5 and some cents, and oh my God, it can produce over 200 scones. So I'm not going to give you substitutions for that because that is pretty cheap, because we're trying to go budget friendly. Okay, buttermilk. Now, If you're like me, I literally have to go out and buy buttermilk because I don't keep it on hand. But I'm going to give you a way to make your buttermilk, okay? We're going to need 1 cup of whole milk or 2% milk. And what we're going to do is add an acid, either lemon juice or vinegar. 1 tablespoon for each cup of milk will produce buttermilk. I would advise not to use the vinegar because I believe it will produce an aftertaste in your cakes. I would say lemon juice. Lemon juice always balances out cakes, pies, because you're using the sugar. And also for sugar, I would say sugar is not that expensive. Let's not substitute sugar, because if you substitute sugar, you're either going to have to use pure maple syrup, expensive, pure honey, expensive, agave, expensive. So you're defeating the purpose if you're trying to substitute sugar. Now, of course, if you have a restricted diet, like you can't use sugar in your cakes or pies, then of course you can use stevia, which personally I do not like the taste of stevia. Okay, another thing that it's always been expensive, but it's kind of climbing up, is butter. I'm not talking about margarine. I personally feel like margarine has too much water in it, and it has no cream, you guys. Margarine and butter are totally different. Don't let anyone tell you they're the same. They're not. Margarine has a lot of water in it. Butter has more cream in it. But if you're at home and your money's a little short and you need butter for one of your baking recipes, you can use canola oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, and you can use olive oil. Plain, okay? But just remember, olive oil will leave a taste. Canola oil and vegetable oil, you're good using. Those are still fairly cheap. Coconut oil, again, would leave you a slight hint of a coconut flavor. Now, if you're going to use it for coconut cake, coconut muffins, or something, that has that coconut flavor, I would use coconut oil. Now, I haven't checked lately, but I think that's kind of expensive. So I say for a budget-friendly replacement of butter, canola oil, and vegetable oil. And I'm trying to see, okay, let's say we're going to take it out on a long shot, okay? Let's say you don't have any milk. So you can't add acid to the milk to make buttermilk, okay? But let's say you went and bought this huge container of plain yogurt, okay? So we're talking about plain yogurt, sour cream, kefir. All you have to do to those are add the acid again. Let's say you got plain yogurt. Let's do a cup of plain yogurt, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. That will render you buttermilk. Okay? Yogurt, lemon juice. Plain yogurt, lemon juice will render you buttermilk if you don't have milk on hand. Same thing with sour cream. 1 cup of sour cream, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And I just cannot get with the vinegar because, you know, now let's just say this. If you're making a buttermilk pie, then I probably would use the vinegar as an acid because it goes well with a buttermilk pie, chest pie, you could use that for. So just be mindful of what you're baking, okay? And just think, okay, if I did vinegar in a chocolate cake, I wouldn't want that because more than likely it's going to give me that vinegar, a slight vinegar taste, but lemon juice will just balance out. All right. So I wanted to come to you guys with the substitutions. Now, as I said, if the substitution is more than the actual product, why substitute it? Just go ahead and buy it. For sugar, honey, pure maple syrup, pure agave, those are expensive. Just go get you a 10-pound bag of sugar at Sam's for no less than $7, okay? So use the substitutions when it makes sense, budget sense, all right? So I hope this helps you guys. Hopefully I can get back, I'm gonna say probably in a week or two of doing some recipes, but I also wanna keep us conscious of how things are rising. They're not supposed to get any lower, just like gas. I mean, it's ridiculous. I wish I knew a substitution. I wish I knew a substitution for gas, but you know, if I knew that, I'd be a billionaire, right? All right, you guys. I want you to have a great weekend. Take care. And Mrs. O will see you again soon. If you like the content, please share, subscribe. Make sure your notification bells are on so you'll know when I'm posting a video. And I promise you, I'm going to try to do better. All right? God bless you. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you soon.